Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
This month, as we gather with the ones we love, let's take a moment to give thanks for the blessings in our lives. When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust those who care about your family as much as you do.
I'm Jason Hawk, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm here to help you protect what you hold dear.
Whether auto,
So I think we may have volume now. I'm not sure. Those of you listening, please let us know if you do have volume now.
All right, we got 8:50 to play in the game. In the game. Yeah, y'all missed a whole lot in the first quarter, I should say. Carl Roy. Good, how you doing? Hey, Father. Carl Roy stepping up here. Longtime friend. Good to see you, brother. Got a nephew, Jack Roy, number 66, playing on offense. And in between the guard position and center position, we just have to keep our eyes on him.
Yeah, we had a foul on that play. I'm not sure what it was because I wasn't paying attention. I was watching you flip cords, but it was a 5-yard penalty. Couldn't see what it was. I was not paying attention, so I apologize for that. But maybe a illegal formation or something like that.
Well, when we found out that we had no sound and we were dead to the world in terms of y'all being able to hear us, probably not a bad thing not being able to hear us, but y'all can see the video. That play got stretched out to the sideline, and they gained maybe a yard or two. It'll be second down and still long, maybe 13 for the first down. We were talking about the great job that the young man did singing the national anthem, and Andrew had gotten a shot of the flag, and just saying thank you to all of our veterans who are currently serving, who have served in the past, and they have given us the opportunity to be able to do this and just to have the freedoms to be able to make something of ourselves as long as you go out there and do the right thing. Here's in the shotgun. I'll get some names going, but here's a pass out in the flat. Caught by Cooper Scott. He's got one man to beat. Nobody will catch him, and that is a pick six by Cooper Scott from the 45-yard line of the Warriors, and a great job. The Eagles do get on the board first, just not on offense.
Man, and Cooper read that play, guy out of the backfield, and Cooper read it the whole way, stepped right in front, made an excellent play. And, look, we've been riding defense all year long, right? Let's start it off right, this home playoff game, and defense gets the first touchdown of the night. Excellent play by Cooper Scott. And, look, Drake Aldridge had good pressure off the left edge, got his hand up, and got in the quarterback's face, and Cooper made an excellent play.
That was a 45-yard return. So y'all going to have to help me out here with the first possessions. We'll keep it here for a second. But Menard got the football.
We did. We got a first down, and Marcus Kirk got a good pass, and they ended up getting the first down, and then we kind of fizzled on the second set, and on third down, Jake got dropped for a loss, and I think we had net yardage after that of about negative 5 yards or so.
-5. Where did our possession start? Do you remember?
It's around the 25, 26, 27-yard line.
All right. So we ended up punting the ball at the 20.
By the way, Ryan Hicks good on the extra point there, Mr. Automatic himself.
And then they punted. They had the ball at about the 46 or 48?
Well, they got possession at the 48.
48.
Yeah.
Okay. Houma Christian 48.
And they ran it around right side. They had a 5-yard penalty, backed them up 5 yards, and then ran the first and 15, and Cooper Scott picked it off and took it for a 43-yard pick six.
Yeah, and they were they had gotten back on that little sweep that they ran back to about the 47 or 45, and so they had a -3 yards on offense, and then the pick six. But Valex Fredo Credit Union, one of our sponsors for the last 2 years, in fact, our title sponsor, here's a pooch kick going to be caught at the 32 by the Warriors and taken down by Carson Harrison. The ball's on the ground.
Ball's out.
Everybody's running down. Be careful not have the sideline problem. But Houma Christian's going to come up with it, and they will have the ball at about where are they going to mark it? 39?
Around 37.
37-yard line. So Houma Christian gets the ball back at their own 37-yard line for their second drive. I got to reverse all that. So the Eagles defense back on the field after the Cooper Scott 45-yard pick six. Eagles lead at 7-0 with 7:50 to play. Want to thank the Wallace Eye Associates as a high snap, and he is met by Ben Good and Bronson Buller, number 31, and taken down for, they're going to say no gain at all. As, in this wet field, that's high snap. That was nicely played by number 1, Brady Marcel. Yep, Brady Marcel, number 1, the quarterback.
Well, we were watching film earlier this week, and Coach Scully talked about it on the Wednesday night show. They're very similar to a St. Mary's style offense.
Yeah, we got sound back. Okay. Should be
So number 4 off the left side took the handoff and basically going to pick up about a yard, maybe 2 on that. Good pursuit by the defensive line to get in there, and the linebackers step up, make the play, fill that gap. And number 4, look, when you got to rate him as a running back, he may not have 10s across the board, but he's got a bunch of 9s. And he's kind of good everywhere. He's got good speed, he's got good moves, holds the ball well, and is a solid running back. And, Menard's going to have to key on him tonight and be able to take that running game away from Houma Christian.
You talk about number 4?
Yeah.
Micah Calais. So the ball's resting. It's 3rd down and 9 from the 38-yard line of Houma Christian. The snap given to Calais. If they can take him down, and they will, has been good, having a nice night. He got penetration and got off his blocker and came back to make that tackle. Bronson Buller was right there, and they're going to stop him for only a 1 or 2 yard gain, and they'll be 4th down and 7 from the Houma Christian 40-yard line. 3-yard gain. We got maybe have folks, Warrior fans that are tuning in. We want to say thank you. And, great crowd, that made the trip in all this rain because they've had it down south, drove through it coming here. The punt is in the air. They're just going to let that go and roll. Scooped up by Gavin Hilton. Nice move, straight up, and taken down at the 37-yard line. That's about a 10-yard return by Gavin Hilton. And that gets a little dicey, John, when you're fielding that punt after it bounced on the ground.
Yeah, well, Gavin shows his senior experience right there. And, the ball's wet field, get a crazy bounce. Gavin went up, made a good scoop on that, and picked up, good 10, 12 yards off that instead of letting that ball just die and roll right there.
So, look, we apparently had some audio difficulties. Something went wrong because we didn't have the Why Not Stop graphic, but yeah, we're hearing us now, and we got it back. But something's gone haywire. We had a few little gremlins with the rain. We haven't had rain all year. There's a penalty that's going to go against probably against Menard, and it'll back them up 5 yards, and they'll have to play it again. We have 5:22 left in the first quarter. The Eagles lead at 7-0. On a 45-yard interception return for a touchdown by number 33, Cooper Scott. He's been, we've had a lot of great players, but Cooper's been the hoss, all year.
Cooper's always been there, right? When you need a play made, Cooper goes up and makes that play, and did it tonight, right here on the first series with Houma Christian, makes that play, and he's always been there, like you said. He's that guy.
So what happened? We got 2nd and 10?
We had an illegal shift. I didn't see it, but referee threw that flag and called an illegal shift on Menard.
Did they not? They declined it. So 2nd down and 10, and that's Aiden Moran on the catch, and he's got the 1st down and a few more, and that was nicely done by Jake Vaughn with a beautiful touch on the pass, John.
Yeah, good pass out there to the right side, and Aiden caught that on the run and was able to pick up about 13 yards on that, and holding on to the ball and good execution.
Tell you what, we got a little rain going on, and this is the first game that we've shot all year long with any kind of disturbance, and it's been raining since last night. We needed it bad. We were in a heavy, heavy drought for anybody from the Houma area that wanting to get some information about what was going on up here. Here's Jake Vaughn back, and, boy, they're getting pressure on us. And he breaks through, gets to the outside on the far side of the field, going to pick up about 7. But they're going to say he went, there you go, up at around the 46-yard line.
And I think it might be a good thing he ran that ball because we had 2 receivers on the top side there inside receiver was covered up, went down, so that may have been a designed run. I'm not sure, but it's a good thing Jake ran that ball because if he had thrown that ball downfield, we had an illegal receiver downfield.
Well, you know, he's been getting pressured all night while I was trying to do the audio. I was listening to you, and you know, he's been sacked and dropped a couple of times, been pressured. So the offensive line going to have to play a little bit more connected to their defensive linemen and win. That was one of our Why Not Stop keys to the game as we pull that up. We want to thank Why Not Stop. We got a timeout, Menard. We'll take a timeout ourselves and get ourselves together, and we'll be back right after this break. You're watching Menard Eagle football on 446 Sports.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Time for a red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
And we're back live in Alexandria, Louisiana at the Eagles Nest on 446 Sports. I'm Tom Boucher alongside John Wolf. In the shotgun is Jake Vaughn, and he's got a hole up the middle, the first down and more. He's inside the 35 down to about the 33-yard line, and the Eagle offense is finally on the move. I think they've decided, hey, look, let's just run this football and back that offensive or that defensive line off a little bit. They've been just coming at him.
Well, they have, and we completed a couple passes in that first series, and that pass to Aiden and may loosen them up a little bit. And offensive line's doing a good job on their blocks. Look, Houma Christian, and I don't have the stats on them, but they got a couple big guys there on that defensive line that we're going to have to push out of the way. And so far, offensive line's doing a good job.
So Jake Vaughn in the shotgun. Behind him, it's either Aiden Moran. He's going to get it to the outside. He's got the first down and then some. Going to finally be brought down inside the 15.
And the 10.
All the way down. They're going to mark it at the 10? Looks like the 12.
Yeah, no, he's going to be inside the 10. Inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be up first and goal.
Oh, there it is. Yep, about around the 9. And where is that, Andrew? That's in the Red River red zone of Houma Christian. Thank you to Red River Bank. They have been with us for 2 years now as the Red River Red Zone, and we're grateful for them. That is a Louisiana community bank, and they are all across the major towns in Louisiana. Blake Shotlane starting that here in Alexandria.
Came in and came off.
So we got movement from a packed back field, and that's going to be a touchdown. I think it was Gavin Hilton that came in. He's not wearing his green shoes.
I don't know. They may be green. I think they might already be covered with mud.
Okay, yeah, they are the green shoes, but that is a 9-yard run off the right tackle, and he went in untouched for the touchdown, and the Eagles extend the lead to 13-0, and Mr. Automatic is going to come on for the extra point.
Well, I tell you what, Menard couldn't ask for a better start from their defense and their offense.
Ryan Hicks, number 30. And we're going to get a little stoppage of play here. Got taking a defender off the field. We've got 3:27 to go in the first quarter, and the Eagles lead at 13-0. That was too many men on the field, I think, for the Warriors of Houma Christian. They sent a guy off. We declined it. Drake Aldridge, the holder, and the kick is up, and it is good. And that's something we'll talk about when we come back from the break. But your Eagles lead at 14-0 with 3:27 to play in the first quarter. You're watching Menard Eagle football on 446 Sports.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
And we're back live in Alexandria, Louisiana. The rain is really starting to come down now, and it's going to test my little cheap poncho I bought at a local big box store. It was called an emergency poncho. I may have to pull another one out and put a second poncho on there just for safety. There's the kick is squibbed, and it was picked up at the 31 by number 25 for the Warriors, and he was stopped at the 40. 25. I don't have a 25.
You took mine.
Where is it? Oh, wait, I do have a 25 right here. That is Remy LeBeouf.
There you go. That's your athlete.
There you go. Yeah, sure is, isn't it? His dad's right down on the other side. 14-0 with 3:22 to play in the first quarter, and that is big as the field is getting really messed up. It is the first time it's seen rain this football season, and that is the quarterback, number 1, being taken down. Cooper Scott is back there, and they finally take him down at the 35. It'll be a 5-yard loss. They'll say his forward momentum was stopped at the 36, so make it a 4-yard loss for the Warriors. Drake Aldridge in on that one as well. I want to talk about, speaking of Drake, normally Cody Lyons, number 2, is the holder, and we even saw him holding in last week. But I guess with the rain and it being slippery, because he injured his knee, maybe it's too dangerous for him to be out there.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And Drake holding. So to have those 2 holds, very important as you got a new holder out there. In the shotgun is Marcel. Brady's rolling out to the far side of the field. He's going to step and try to throw, being pressured. He finally gets it off, and it was caught, but maybe knocked out of bounds. Or they're going to
give it to him. Yeah,
they're
going to
say
pick about 6-7 yards on that.
Out to the 43-yard line, and it's going to set up 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, they got some pressure. He was on a rollout to the left and had a defensive lineman out there and went down and still was able to get a little pressure to him, but he kind of lobbed it up, and the receiver made a good play and picked up about 7 yards, brings up 3rd and 7 for him.
So 2:22 to play in the first quarter. It is 3rd and 7, and they're going to hand it off to Calais, and he's going to be taken down shy of the first down. You're going to mark it at about the 46.5-yard line, and it's going to be 4th down and about 2.5. 3.5.
Give it a good 3, 4th and 3 here. Be an interesting call with Houma Christian, down 14 right now in the first quarter. What are they going to do here at midfield? Looks like they're going to go for it.
It's a really big call for the Warriors out of Houma, Louisiana, down south. South on I-49. It's a long drive. As the snap is high, it's on the ground, and that is unfortunate. That's going to be, it's tossed backwards and caught. But
lost yardage.
Going to lose yardage. Either way, the Eagles come up with it, and they're going to mark it at the 39-yard line. A great defense. They're going to end up losing about 8 yards on that play and 1 for the whole series. And Eagles are going to take over at the Houma Christian 39-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, you look at this rain and it's still coming down, and you look at Houma Christian, what they've done, they like to throw the ball, and this is not the weather you want to have to do that in, and we're seeing that with the bad snaps and the bobbled handling by the quarterback, and couldn't get that out and just had to toss it up, and, running back got it, but a little too late, too few.
So the Eagles at the Houma Christian 39, they have trip receivers to the near side. Hilton going in motion. They're going to give it to Cooper Scott and run the opposite way, and Cooper just bulling over Warrior defenseman. And the big thing right now, the other why not stop key to the game, we had a lot of turnovers last week against Glen Oaks out of Baton Rouge, and it was hang on to the football. They drilled it into the guys, all week this week.
Yeah, and that's key to us. We don't make those mistakes. Don't give them the cheap turnover and keep pounding on them.
Jake Vaughn going to hand it off up the middle to Gavin Hilton. He's hit it right at the line of scrimmage, and that is going to stop him. I gained him about a yard to the Houma Christian 30-yard line. They got 1 yard to go, 3rd and 1, and they're definitely going to go this is a 2-down, 3rd and 4th down here if they need it. Eagles have been able to pretty much move the ball at will last drive. They got the ball at their own 36 and drove it 64 yards for the touchdown as Gavin Hilton finished off the last 9 yards. Again, that trip receiver set to the near side, one receiver out to the far. And they got Aiden Moran back there with Vaughn. Vaughn's going to follow Aiden, and he's going to pick up, should have the first down.
He's going to be close.
They had him had his ankle wrapped at the 30, and he fell forward. And where this line judge going up there to mark it should have it.
Yeah, it's close. They're going to bring up 4th down. He had to get to 29. I think they're going to mark him a hair short of the 29-yard line.
Wow.
And the two defensive ends there, they came unblocked, and you try to get Jake up the middle on that and get it. But anyway, we'll go to the second quarter.
We'll figure out what they do. We know they're going to go for it on 4th down, and we'll have the second quarter when we come back right after these messages.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today. And we're back live in Alexandria, Louisiana, the Eagles Nest, home of the Holy Savior Menard Central High School Eagles. And that big package set, they all move to the left. Oh, the ball's on the ground, and it's a fumble and a turnover and scooped up, and the Eagles blow it on 4th and inches, cannot handle the snap, and they end up giving up 11 yards, and Houma Christian will take over at the 41. Their 41.
Yeah, just, factor of the weather, and here's where it bit Menard, right? And we talked about it. Team that is going to make the least amount of mistakes and put the ball on the ground is going to probably have a huge advantage here.
So the Eagles, 3 possessions on offense, minus 3 yards, minus 5 yards on the first possession. 64 and a touchdown on the second one, and minus 2 on the third, and they got a interception for a touchdown for 45 yards from Cooper Scott. And on this first down play, the Warriors are going to pick up a yard. They're going to call it.
Got a score update from Karen Crow. Pineville is down to Karen Crow 29-0 in the first quarter.
All right, that's what I was looking for, trying to get the score stream up. For some reason, having a little trouble with the signal in here, and I haven't really had that before. So in the shotgun, in motion, coming near side. Boy, that snap has been high. Calais gets by the defender. Man, Drake Aldridge The offensive lineman, number 78, just laid on top of him. That was Ethan Prejean, laid on top of Drake, and they picked up some decent yardage there, probably about 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 4.5, 3rd and 5 maybe.
Yeah. You see Houma Christian kind of throwing the pass book out of the game right now and going to the run with the wet weather and the ball handling that they've got.
Got a score from Karen Crows now 29-0 in the first quarter. And the Eagles offsides.
Yep.
That was part of the why not stop keys to the game as well. We didn't get really to cover that in the pregame, but we had turnovers last week and penalties, galore against Glen Oaks. Even though he won the game handily, 24-6.
Yeah, and that's uncharacteristic of Menard is the penalties this year. We've been pretty good with penalties and not getting penalized a lot. And Ash Davis a little too anxious on that, ready to get down and in there.
That snap, Calais got it, and they're starting to find some gaps in the Menard defense and picking up some big chunk yardage. That one goes for about 4 or 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down, and we'll call it 5. And that field, you can see it along the near hash marks, and right there along the HSM. That's where the game's been played mostly, in that 35 to 35 yard range. You can see it's starting to get torn up. But, boy, it sure looked good with the parents and the coaches painting the field last night. Here's Calais again. He's breaking tackles and going to be stopped shy of the 1st down by about 1 yard, and it'll be 3rd and looks like 1.
Yeah, something that the coaching staff and administration hadn't had to worry about this year was the field getting tore up as dry as it's been, and really the first wet weather game we've had this year.
3rd and 1, come on, defense.
So they're stepping up, and they are in the shotgun as well. And, boy, in this wet weather and the rain coming down, you risk a bad snap. They give it to Calais. He stopped short of the 1st down, and that may be no gain. It'll be 4th down in this kind of same predicament that Menard was in. Around the same, yardage, just on the other side of the field. 4th and 1 from the Eagle 38-yard line. They got to get to the 37. 8:43 to play in the half, and the Eagles lead at 14-0. In fact, I got to give that update to the crew so they can put it down on our Sadler's Towing ticker down at the bottom. That's where we can get some of the updates as well, hopefully coming in. As we saw, Ash won 58-9 yesterday. There's a high snap.
I think we got a false start.
I know. I saw our guys move, but hopefully that's against them.
Yeah, that was a false start. They jumped a little bit out there on the top side and going to back them up and bring up 4th and 6. Looks like they're going to they're making a big switch substitution, so it looks like they might bring in their punting unit.
Bring in the punting unit 53. Who is
52? Is that 52?
52 is Cullen Schulte. We were told the punter is Samuel Martinez, but he was maybe wearing 53, so that may be him.
It's a good punt.
The punt's going to land and go roll inside the 15 down to about the 14-yard line, and that's where they'll mark it. Menard will take over at their own 14-yard line. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back right after these messages.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5.
And we're back live with 8:02 to
12.
play in the first half. The Eagles lead at 14-0 in their first home game in 8 years. Haven't won a home game in 13 or more years. We can't quite remember the last home time they won a whole home game. That was Moran with very little gain. And Eagles had a great opportunity on the last drive, and they fumbled the snap and lost 9 yards on that play. 2 total on the drive, giving the ball over to Houma Christian. Jake Vaughn in the shotgun. Hands it to Aiden Moran. He's trying the left side. He's trying to get to the outside and taken down.
Boy, he was one guy away from getting that edge.
Looks like that was Bryce Abear, number 8 on the tackle. No, number 9 out there, Brody Dufresne, taking him down, number 9. Dufresne. What movie was that?
Shawshank
Redemption? Dufresne?
With Morgan Freeman, not Redmond?
Yeah, that's right. I called Morgan Redmond our offensive line coach, Morgan Freeman, last night, or Wednesday night at the coaches show. 6:46 to go, 14-0 the score. The Eagles in charge of this one. There's a screen pass, and it is nicely played. Aiden Moran running sideways instead of turning it up. He finally does, breaks it free, and out over the 35-yard line, and being shoved ahead by number 63, Gage Oser, trying to leading the way up there, and Aiden Moran doing a great job breaking that tackle and picking up another 10 or 11 yards.
Great piece of running there, one-on-one with the defender, and was able to get outside, do a little tightrope down the sideline, and pick up some extra yardage and get the first down.
Man, I lost track. I'm kind of out of sorts because we had that audio trouble, but I don't know how far Houma Christian got on their last drive, trying to keep track of that. So in motion, coming near side is Aiden Moran. They give it to Cooper Scott, and he was hit behind the line and breaks the tackle and falls.
That was Aiden. That was Aiden inside, number 13.
Okay, so that was Gavin Hilton
that
came in
to
motion.
Gavin, and gave it to Aiden inside, and Aiden was able to pick up about a good 3 yards on that.
So it'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Eagles, and it's good to see Aiden Moran back in. I kind of like that with 4 running backs. You know, Coach talked about it. They've been able to kind of spread the love. All of them have like 300, 400 yards of rushing offense, and they've been able to keep fresh legs, and Aiden really hadn't run the ball all that much. Now he's leading the way for Jake Vaughn. What a nice stutter to break the tackle. Finally brought down by number 25, Remy LaBeouf, but not till after he picked up the first down and then some.
And I tell you what, number 13, Aiden Moran, gave a key block right there on the outside linebacker, and just got a piece of him enough to tie him up and let Jake come inside of him and pick up some good yardage for the first down.
Logan Bardarson is on the ground, number 12, and he hadn't gotten back up. 5:18 to play in the first half. The Eagles lead at 14-0. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back right after these messages. You're watching Menard Eagle football on 446 Sports.
This month, as we gather with the ones we love, let's take a moment to give thanks for the blessings in our lives. When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust those who care about your family as much as you do.
I'm Jason Hawk, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm here to help you protect what you hold dear.
Whether auto, home, or life, have peace of mind knowing that your family is covered today, tomorrow, and for years to come. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect what matters most.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
And we're back live here in the Eagles' Nest in Alexandria, Louisiana, 5-10 and counting, 14-0. The Eagles coming off that injury timeout. Clock is running. This is Jake Vaughn taking it with the quarterback, just a run play for the quarterback, and now we're back to picking up, 5 yards or more at a time on the ground.
Yeah, good run by Jake there. Quarterback run all the way off the left side. Good hole, initial hole off the left side. The left side of that offensive line doing a good job, and Jake able to pick up good 4 yards on that.
Trying to keep an eye down at the bottom of our Sadler's towing ticker to see if we can get an update on the Tioga score. So Ash Trojans played last night. They wanted to not play in the rain because they wanted to air the ball out, and they had that game well under control in the first quarter. It was already a huge blowout and the clock running. Boy, almost didn't handle the ball as Jake Vaughn, but he finally gives it off to Gavin Hilton, and he is slung down at about the Houma Christian 42-yard line. Pickup of 1. It'll be third and about 5 or 4.
Good job by Jake handling that ball. It was snap, and, that ball is wet and muddy, and coming back there quick like that and able to get that ball to Aiden. And, we only got a yard on it, but, hey, could have been a lot worse on that.
He caught that ball with his knees and able to dig it out and get it to Gavin on the jet sweep. So we've already seen, mishandling of the ball, and it wasn't because of the snap. Who's that? Is that Jack Roy at center or Lane Evans?
I think we were told it was Jack Roy. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure.
Looks like I can't. It's 66. I'm gonna have to look for that white
66
T-shirt.
Is Jack Roy.
That is Jack, but I gotta see where he lines up. In fact, I don't even see 63 out there. Or was it 56? Buck Evans or not Buck's son? Lane Evans.
Lane, I think is that 69.
Let me look at that. Wait
I think
a
it's
minute.
69.
Lane Evans. Yep. Look at that. Good job, John. As a former lineman.
Hey, I was number 65, so I like those 60s.
Like the 60s. We're going to keep it here. At the end of the game, we're going to have a Southern Air cool play of the game, and we certainly have, a candidate for it already in the 45-yard interception return for a touchdown by Cooper Scott, which got the scoring off, because Menard didn't do anything with the ball on the first drive, and then that interception for a touchdown gave the Eagles their 7-0 lead. And they were able to drive it 64 yards for a touchdown. They got a third and about 5 on this one, and see if we can pick up the first down in a couple of plays and finish off. This drive started at the Eagle 14, so this could be a backbreaker if they could take it all the way down and score. Gavin Hilton has it. He broke a tackle. He's going to be short of the first down. They'll mark it just inside the 40, and he's got to get to about the 37 for the first down. So we'll call it 4th and 2.5.
Yeah, number 50 got in there and just was able to get a fingertip on his shoelaces and trip him up to start with. Otherwise, I think he gets that.
Well, and he slipped with his cleats, right off the bat and had to regain. So even that little timing. Now they got a big shift going over, and they're going to be overloaded on the left side, and they're going to follow that left side. Gavin's got the outside, and he's got the first down by about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards on 4th down and 1.5. He picks it up, and they're at the Warrior 35-yard line and moving. They are moving left to right, and they got 2:53 to play in the first half. And, why not run the clock out and get the touchdown, and then we get the ball to start the second half?
I tell you.
Oh, no, we don't. We kick it away. They defer.
That's right. They deferred. They'll get the ball. But I like the movement that Menard's showing. We're seeing a lot of movement. We're seeing a lot of shifting, and that's awesome to see at this level.
Yep. We got a timeout by Houma Christian. That'll be their first. The Eagles have used one. We'll take our own timeout. You're watching Menard Eagle football on 446 Sports. Back in a moment.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
We're back live in Alexandria, Louisiana. That's Cooper Scott with the direct snap. He's on the far side of the field, taking it down inside the 30 to just shy of the 29-yard line of the Warriors, and that's a big 7 yards or so. And that's going to set up a second down and short, we'll call it.
Well, we talked before the game, and I know on the coaches' show Wednesday night y'all talked about it in the line of scrimmage, and so far Menard is winning the battle on the line of scrimmage, and a rain game like this with the rain coming down and still misting out there, muddy field, muddy ball, when you win that line of scrimmage, gives you a huge advantage.
Eagles with a second down. Gavin, that's Gavin, I believe. He falls forward, maybe for a yard, and it's going to set up 3rd and 3, maybe 3rd and 2.5.
Gavin Hilton on the carry. He's going to be short.
They got to get to just around the 25-yard line. 26.
Tell you what, the defensive ends for Houma Christian are crashing pretty hard, and I think Coach Julio and Coach Morgan might pick up on that later on in this game and might be able to catch them on something.
So the Eagles get out of their set. Tioga playing L.W. Higgins at home. They lead at 14-6. And, boy,
I'm not sure how Jake Vaughn got that off to Gavin. Ball was on the ground, bobbled around. I lost track of it, and Gavin had it. He's going to lose about 3 or 4 yards on that play, but we're fortunate to keep that ball right there.
So Billy French giving us an update. The Tioga Indians have a home game tonight against L.W. Higgins. I think they're out of the New Orleans area.
Yep.
And had a long drive to come up, just like Houma Christian did. But they have AstroTurf over there, so they don't have as slippery a field as the Eagles do. But Eagles need to get moving here. There's 1:17 to go. We got a 4th down, and looks like 5 for the Eagles. And we're going to call a timeout as the play clock is down to 0 and 1:08 to play in the half, and the Eagles lead at 14-0. We'll be back with the 4th down play right after this. This is Menard Eagle Football on 446 Sports. And we're back live in Alexandria. You see the scoreboard, 14-0, 1:08 to play, and the Eagles have a big 4th down here. As you can see, the snap is low. Cooper Scott can't get it, and once again on 4th down, we fumble the snap as it was in the ground. And again, I think that's Jack Roy at center, trying to see as they come off. 63, 70, 77, 78. 69. No, that was Lane Evans coming off.
Jack and Lane were both coming off the field. I'm not sure who was at center at the point in time. But, hey, it's tough. I mean, ball's muddy,
wet.
It's wet. I mean, it's tough. It makes it tough out there. And, we've seen it with Houma Christian. I mean, look how many times they've bobbled the ball.
Yep, 38-yard line.
They're going to spread it out. Got 4 wideouts.
Boy, they had some nice offense there. They're going to pass the screen pass. They could turn it over, turn the tables on Menard, but Cooper Scott played his block perfectly, got off of it, and made the tackle for no gain. They're going to give him a yard. 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, good read by the linebackers there not to bite on that screen pass and stay home and make the play.
48 yards of offense for the Eagles and nothing to show for it. Here's a pass over the middle, and it is over the head of the intended receiver, number 13.
And Cooper was on the coverage on that and had good coverage on him. I mean, that had to be a perfectly thrown ball for him to receive that, as Cooper had him good, 10, 15 yards downfield, had pretty good coverage on him over the middle.
That was Joseph Landry, the intended receiver. Marcel could not connect up with him, as you heard John say and talk about the defense on there. 29 seconds left in the first half. Remember, we'll have the dance line if they get out there on the field, whatever they're going to do at halftime, and the interns will have their, oh, man, what a play, as the Eagle defense tackles the running back, Calais, and that looked like Drake Drake Aldridge, maybe?
Yeah, it was Drake, 81, came right through there and grabbed him by the legs and dropped him for a loss, bring up 4th and 11.
11 seconds to go, and the Eagles will not call timeout with the 4th down play, and they don't have to call another one. And then we're going to go to halftime. Your Eagles lead at 14-0 at the half. When we come back, we'll turn the halftime over to Jeffrey Owens and Andrew Beeman and come back and see what they have to offer. We're watching Menard Eagle football on 446 Sports.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, Apparel and Promotions in Pineville.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
We go to Calvary.
All right, we are back at the Wilder Group halftime. We'll show this up here, the Wilder Group halftime, your friends in real estate. If you want to buy a house or sell a house, you can, of course, call Rusty Wilder as a broker, or you can call Tom Boucher, the number on screen, 318-792-6755. And it's been quite a game out there, hasn't it, Jeffrey?
Yes, very wet. But it has been a good game. I mean, from Menard especially, being up 14, defense shut them down as we expected. But it's been a good game so far.
Yeah, and I got to interview the basketball team, I guess 2 weeks ago or something like that.
It's been a little minute, yeah.
Yeah, we never got to show their video, but we're showing it now. So I got to interview, I think, Lauren and Coach Sanders. They've started the season already, or they're about to start the season. They started scrimmages already, but we'll show you this little video. I got to go out and shoot some footage of them and interview them, so we all hope you enjoy. Alright, stay with us. We will eventually get that video up, but we'll go to a quick commercial break and we should be back with the video.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye.
All right, we're back. Sadly, we couldn't get the video to work. I don't know if some technical difficulties or something, but we'll try to get you that video. I guess next week we'll show it with softball. And let's see, I'll try to pull up the scores right now, but and it's been a. Oh well, we can talk
about the stats we have here. So Menard has 107 yards altogether offensively, while Houma has -3 according to these notes, and we're of course winning 14-0. So it's been a great game thus far. A low-scoring game, but still the defense has been showing up and showing out, and we're putting points on the board and we're running the clock, which is essential in a game like this where it's rainy and it's cold. So just keep the clock moving, keep the clock moving, and just keep the ball out of the other team's hands.
Yeah, I mean, Tom mentioned this, like the first game we actually had a bunch of rain, so
it hasn't been the most fun out there recording, but it's definitely different. I can tell you what.
Yeah, and I'm trying to pull up the other games in the region, but of course you can see on the ticker, HSM Eagles over the Houma Christian Warriors. That's us. And Pineville Rebels are losing to the Karen Crow Bears.
Yeah, and then let's see. Toga's losing to LW Wiggins 14-6.
It looks like.
What scores?
Okay, I found them scores.
You found them? Okay,
yep.
Cool.
But we are, of course, Division 3, right?
Division 4 2A.
Division 4 2A. Okay, so we are.
Where's that? Oh yeah, 27-14. So Tigers went 27-14. Okay, so Buckeyes losing 35-0 as far as we can tell.
Yeah, but the team is warming up right now. They're only like around probably a minute or two until the game starts, and we're sad that we couldn't get that video up. But of course, we'll try to show it next week. But we'll go to a quick commercial break. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far at this first playoff game at home. It's a big game tonight, and it's rainy, so that makes it even more big of a game, huh, Jeffrey?
I would say so.
Yeah, so we'll quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the game. And, of course, you're watching on Menard Football, 446 Sports.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, apparel and promotions in Pineville.
Started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
This month, as we gather with the ones we love, let's take a moment to give thanks for the blessings in our lives. When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust those who care about your family as much as you do.
I'm Jason Hawk, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm here to help you protect what you hold dear.
Whether auto, home, or life, have peace of mind knowing that your family is covered today, tomorrow, and for years.
And we're back live.
So talk
The
to Hawk
squib
at 318-791-HAWK or
33-yard
online
line.
at talktohawk.com.
And he's all the way out to about the 43. And Houma Christian will start the second half with good field position, but they've had pretty good field position all night long. That was, again, Remy LeBeuf, the athlete. He's a junior.
Houma Christian will take over 1st and 10 on their 43-yard line.
So we'll mark this down, the first drive. Man, I have to say a big thank you to Waylon LaRue and Steve Vaughn for hooking us up, and for Al Matthews and the crew and the concession stand for hooking the whole press box up with dinner tonight. There's a handoff. What?
Ball's
we
out.
Lose Jeffrey?
Oh. Ball came out, but he's going to rule him down. Not sure when that ball came out, but it was on the ground. But they're ruling him down for about an 8-yard gain, right there up the middle.
Not sure why we're having some of the problems we're having. Bad weather, but we found out that somehow our internet connection moved from the hard line to the guest line, which would make sense as to why we're not able to have everything rolling smoothly if everybody's phone and everything is picking up, just like Houma Christian picked up the first down.
Yeah, right up the middle, 2 plays there up the middle, and not a lot of yardage, but enough for a first down.
My cousin Andy Kleinheider from Edwardsville, Illinois, lived in Washington, Missouri as a child when we were from O'Fallon and down here, but he's tuned in tonight. Want to thank him for tuning in. Also, Jacques Romero down in Lafayette. Oh, Houma Christian, one person to get by, and Maddox Shelton with an ankle tackle. And my goodness, what a touchdown-saving tackle that was.
Well, it was setting up as almost like a jet sweep to the left, and he saw a hole and cut it up in there hard and found the hole inside. And, man, next thing you know, he was in the second level cutting it back. And good thing Maddox made a good open field tackle and got a piece of the shoe and dropped him right there at the 28-yard line.
So 1st and 10 from the Eagle 28-yard line. That was Micah Calais. He's going to give it to him again and try the right side. T-Sam Bracado bringing him down. T-Sam, number 20, is just a freshman, and he's had some really good games and playing well for the Eagles. But, man, another 5 yards on first down. And this Houma Christian team, hey, look, they're only down by 2 scores. at halftime, they had to be telling themselves, and the coaches tell them, we came all the way up here in this wet weather, and they're only up by 2 touchdowns. They're coming out on fire. They got the jet sweep, and he turns it, tries to cut it up, and that one's going to be stopped big time. That was everybody on the defensive line.
Well, they weren't going to let it happen twice. He tried the same thing that he did earlier, and that jet sweep to the left and tried to cut it back inside, and there was nowhere to go on that one.
Lost about 3 or 4 on the play, and it's going to set up 3rd and 7 for Houma Christian at the Menard Eagle 25-yard line. They will, I'm sure, go for it in 2 downs as the quarterback has a play. 16 seconds on the play clock, just under 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. As you can see on the Wallace Eye Center Associates scoreboard at the top, 14-0. Eagles lead it. They're going to look to throw over the middle, and he's got a man open, and it's just behind him. That's number 13 coming out of the backfield, Joseph Landry, and he just could not turn around enough, and that's just wet ball and wet field.
Yeah, look, good job by our linebackers dropping back. He's having to get that ball over the top of the linebackers and get that to the receiver, and he's got to put some touch on it. And tonight is not one of those nights you want to have to put touch on the football.
So we got a big 4th down play for the Menard Eagle defense. They do not have to get the ball on a turnover. They just need to stop them 1 yard shy, and it's 4th and 7 from the Eagle 25-yard line. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. Micah Calais, number 4. You can't see his number because it's full of mud. He's in backfield to block, and they're going to try to throw it. And the quarterback gets away, but he's going to be stopped short. And that was Asher Davis and Jaden Williams, number 7, in on the tackle. And that's going to be a turnover on downs for the Eagle defense as they bend but don't break on that first drive by Houma Christian. And they will take over the offense, that is. They will take over at their own, 20, just on the outside of the 20-yard line.
Around the 21-yard line.
We'll call it the 21. Go with John. Made it down to the Menard 21. That's the Houma Christian Warriors had a -3 for offense in that first half, and they got 39-7. 46 yards of offense there in their first drive. This is Aiden Moran coming near side. Boy, running a mile. Oh, that's tough on the track. Our players got to learn how to grab him and hang on to him.
Yeah.
They just pushed him.
Well, look, one thing you like to see, though, Aiden was coming around that corner, had 2 hands on that ball before he shifted to 1. He may have had that in right hand. He probably should have put it in the left, but either way, he was going to hold that ball and was able to pick up 3 solid yards on that.
Yeah, 3 yards. He ran like 15 to get 3 as he was running east-west and just couldn't cut it up. Eagles send 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. I think it's probably Jordan Rich by himself here on the near side. Jake Vaughn, only 7 seconds left, looking to the sideline on the play clock. He takes it. He's going to run it up the middle. He's got a hole. Boy, hit hard, taken down at the 30, and that should be enough for the first down, possibly.
He's going to be a little short. I think he needed 31. We started at 21. Going to be about a yard short.
About a football.
Pickup of 6.
Yep.
But good run, design quarterback run right there, and good blocking by the offensive line there on the left side, and Jake able to take it up for 6 or 7 yards.
Jack Roy back at center. 3 receivers near side, 1 receiver to the far side. We may see a man go in motion. Nope, nobody. Jake's going to take it up the middle. He's got the first down over the 30 to about the 33-yard line, and they'll switch out footballs, try to keep a dry one going. I wonder who had the job at halftime for Menard to blow dry the footballs.
I don't know, but it's not anything we've had to do all year.
I know.
So this is something new.
Well, at least, they stayed dry all year, so it may take them a while to get really soaked. Do you put those in the dryer when you go?
What are we playing softball here, Tommy? You're cooking your ball?
Yeah. Have them rolling around in the dryer while you're at halftime in the field house. 7:23 to play in 3rd quarter, 14-0. Eagles with trip receivers at the far side, 1 to the near. Jake with 1 man back. I think that's Aiden Moran, and he's going to follow Aiden, trying to get to the outside. Oh, they got all jersey and drug him down at the 35. That was a nice tackle by number 52. That is Colin Schulte.
Yeah, that was a good tackle by 52 out there, one-on-one with Jake off the edge. If Jake beats him, Jake's probably running for another 10 or 12 yards on that play.
You know, they really test a play-by-play person's and a color analyst skills. Houma Christian does on their roster because they put the graduation year instead of just junior, senior, trying to make it easy. It's 2023, so 2024. How do you do that? Must be an 8th grader. That Cullen Schutte, they got him listed as 2029 for his graduation year.
Or 7th grader.
Yeah. So Jake Vaughn took the snap, not going to gain any yardage, I don't think, on that second down play. It'll still be 3rd and 8. Yeah, 2024, that's another, 5 years. So he's got 4 and 5, 8th grader in the game. That's a big dude for an 8th grader, number 52.
It is. It's one made the one-on-one tackle on Jake earlier.
Yeah. And Jake's not small. He's a sophomore, but he's not a small guy. And he runs hard.
Big 3rd and 7 right here. See what the Eagles are going to do.
Let's drive. The first drive of the second half for the Eagles. We're already more than halfway through the first quarter, 5:45 and counting. Jake got it up the middle, and he's short of the first down. Man, they grabbed his jersey. He needs a tearaway. At number 76. Dominic Duplantis on the tackle, and he stopped Jake shy of 1 yard shy, maybe inches shy.
They might actually bring the stakes out. They're going to bring it out and measure it.
They're going to bring it out and measure it, and we'll take a measured timeout. It's 5:31 to play in the third quarter. Eagles lead at 14-0. They have the ball. We'll see if they have the first down when we come back.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
And we're back live at the Eagles' nest, and the Eagles have picked up the first down. That was a huge run on 3rd down. Needed about 7, and he got it. I mean, he got
I think he got 7 and 2 inches.
Yeah, by the nose of the football. And the Eagles have a first down at their own 43-yard line, a little over the 43. 5:23 to play, and the clock should start running, and there it goes. Jake Vaughn has the play. They're in the huddle. Dusang in at left guard. And you can hear the rain coming down on Jeffrey's, either on the poncho covering the camera or on his rain jacket. Here's Jake Vaughn with a nice cut. Broke some tackles as they might have had him in the backfield, and he picks up a couple.
Yeah, I mean, Menard keeping it simple right here, quarterback, and up the middle, and it's working, and offensive line doing a good job in this muddy field, and, able to pick up 3-4 yards of carry, and when you got a 14-0 lead on a muddy field, that's all you can ask for.
Got a young sophomore Hollis Chapman in the game now at left tackle, Dusang at left guard, and I think I see, it's Jack Roy back at center, number 66. And on the right side, you still have Gage Oser, number 63, and Cooper Brown, number 77, at right guard. Gage Oser at right tackle. Trip receivers, and it's going to be Jake Vaughn, just a heavy dose of Jake. And he's going to pick up a good 5, maybe 6 yards. Maybe 5. It'll be 3rd down and about 2.5 with 4:08 to go. Let's just run this clock out.
Well, until they stack enough guys in there and stop it, this is what you keep doing.
As long as the Eagles can hang on and get this victory tonight, it would be their first home playoff victory in probably 13 or 14 years or so. It'd be huge for this program, and it would have the Eagles live to see another game next week, although they'd be on the road. Here's Jake. Oh, and he's nailed in the backfield. Boy, he was stood up straight. That's a big guy, number 69, I believe, or 68. Is that Trevor Daigle?
Can't tell with the mud, but he came in, brought the pressure, and came in and stuffed Jake in the face and going to bring up a 4th and 3 and bring out Ryan Hicks for a punt.
They're going to try to flip this field position and get it away from midfield, and this is going to be big. This is Matt Hicks, number 17, drying his hands. He's the deep snapper, and he's been the deep snapper all year, but he's never really had to snap in this rain. Ryan Hicks, his brother, is standing at the 35, and Ryan, let's see if he can get a good punt off. And Ryan, they're going to get it called here. 2 seconds, nice snap. Ryan's got it. They got a block, and he gets a nice spiral punt. It's fumbled, and he picks it back up, and now he's got the outside, and he's got Cooper Scott is there to knock him out of bounds at about the 39. There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we got a block in the back or a blindside block, I think, thrown possibly. Looked like we might have had an Eagle face down, and not sure if he got blindsided or blocking the back.
Yeah, that flag came from, what was that, the back judge on the near side field?
Block below the waist.
So that'll set them back, 15, John?
Correct.
So that's a huge break. It turns out what the Eagles wanted in the field position, as the ball would have been marked at the 37. And they're going to mark it back 15 yards.
That's a 15-yarder.
So that'll take it all the way back to the 30. No.
Around the 22. 23. Yep.
Where, 30, 38? Yeah. 37, 22? Yeah. Get my math working here. 22-yard line. Houma Christian, 22.
Way to stretch it out. Defense did a good job. They tried to bring it out on the left side, short side of the field, and defense just kept stretching it, got him to the sideline, and basically no gain on that play.
Menard made it out to about the 47, wasn't it? Where they had to punt. 26 yards.
Actually, it looks like he loses a little bit.
So they're going to mark him for about a 1-yard loss. It'll be 2nd down and 11. 2:22 left in the third quarter. 14-0 Eagles. Trip receivers to the near side.
Well,
one to the far side.
We got one uncovered out here. We got that middle receivers uncovered out here.
They're going to throw the bubble screen.
Tell you what, we were fortunate right there. Good play by the defense. Jaden Williams looked like good play. We had two defenders on the receivers. You had the middleman out here. Middle slot receiver was uncovered on that.
Jaden Daniels recovering to come in and make the tackle. It'll be 3rd down and about 6 from the 26-yard line. And see if the Eagles can stop them from getting a big gain here. They're going to split the receivers now, 2 to the far side, 2 to the near, and have Calais in the backfield with Marcel in the shotgun. He's going to throw it just over the middle. That's going to be picked off by Gavin Hilton at the 43. Gavin going to be taken down by the back of his neck. I'm surprised no penalty there. He gets it all the way down to the Houma Christian 29-yard line, and the Eagles with their second interception on the evening.
Well, and I think that's a sign of desperation by Houma Christian. You know, they were trying to run it earlier. Had a little bit of success on the first series. They came out trying to throw the ball. They're down 14-0, trying to make something happen, pin deep. And quarterback just kind of threw it up. And, man, in this wind and rain and mud, good luck with that. And Gavin Hilton made them pay.
Cooper Scott had the pick 6 in the first quarter. 1:31 to play here in the third quarter. Eagles with the lead, 14-0, sitting at the Houma Christian 29-yard line. And they'll move everybody except the center. Had motion on that one, and that is Gavin Hilton.
I think they're going to get us for a foul for not being set for a second.
Yeah, there was
we had a lot of movement there and then a quick snap. You got to be set for a full second. I think they're going to get us. for illegal shift on this.
Yeah, I don't even.
Yeah,
I think there were a couple of guys that didn't even have their hand in the ground.
Yeah, we weren't set. So it's a 5-yard penalty. We replay first down.
So the Eagles are backed up to the 34-yard line, the Warriors' 34-yard line. 1:23 to go in the third quarter. Eagles have a 14-0 lead. And hand it to the fans that did come out from Houma Christian. There's quite, several that made the trip up here to watch their Warrior team. And our stands are starting to clear out with all this rain coming in. And this is Cooper Scott. There's going to be another penalty as Jack Roy didn't even snap the ball and everybody else took off.
Yep, now we got 1st and 20. Kind of shooting ourselves in the foot on this drive.
1:04 to go in the third quarter. So the Eaglettes didn't dance at halftime, but they're playing in the water puddles down on the track.
Hey, well, I wish I'd brought the truck so I could put my Eagleette in the back on the way home, but unfortunately she's going to be sitting inside with all the mud and water. She probably wouldn't like me saying that.
Drake Aldridge stepping up, and Gavin Hilton taking the direct snap, and he's going to be stopped. They gained the defensive line gaining some penetration there to be able to stop him, maybe short for a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 19. And the Eagles, Warrior defense starting to read that.
Well, I mean, you look at what they're doing. They're adjusting. They're putting 8, 9 guys in the box and saying, okay, if you're going to run it up the middle, you're going to have to block 9 of us. And the numbers just don't work out as looks like we come to the end of the quarter here.
There's 40 seconds on the play clock and 19 on the game clock, and the Eagles draw the offense over. We'll take a break. The Eagles will carry a 14-0 lead into the fourth quarter, and we'll be back with the last quarter of the game. You're watching Menard Eagle football on 446 Sports.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone, day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help.
And we are back live. You can see the scoreboard as we start the fourth quarter. 12 minutes left in the game. The Eagles lead at 14-0, and it is 2nd down and forever on the Houma Christian side of the ball. And they will move everybody but Jack Roy, the center. And it's snapped to Gavin Hilton, and they are back.
Well, they'll decline this. So they got us again. We weren't set. Left side of that offensive line wasn't set for a full second. They're going to get us again for the illegal motion.
So Gavin's got to hang on and not call for the ball until everybody's set. He's just not seeing it. 82, that is Hunter Vaughn coming into the game. And it's still, they're going to decline it, huh?
Yeah, you'll decline. I mean, the result of the play was basically no gain. Gavin slipped, and they would have made a stop right there at the line of scrimmage or so, and so decline it and bring up 3rd down.
We have an injury timeout as a Warrior, Houma Christian Warrior is laying down at about the 35-yard line. A couple of updates. We have Karen Crow leading Pineville 57-0. Tioga is leading L.W. Higgins 27-14. Those are, I believe, are both second-half scores. The last score we had, Buckeye playing De La Salle down in New Orleans, was trailing 35-0. So we have our Coach Speak show on Sunday, and as it stands right now, it may just be left in the season, Tioga, Ash, and Menard, as all 5 schools that we carry right here on 446 Sports made this first round playoffs. So it is 3rd down and about 18, I think. And we've got Jake Vaughn. He's going to follow Gavin Hilton, but he's hit behind the line of scrimmage, able to drag his defender a couple of yards, and they're going to set up 4th and 15, and Ryan Hicks will come out, and hopefully we'll be able to pin this Houma Christian team, inside the 10 maybe. So the Eagles went backwards on that as the line of scrimmage is 35-yard line.
And that was Gavin Hilton set us up with really good field position there on that interception, and just, 2 penalties back-to-back and got us in 1st and 20 and really couldn't do anything with it.
Minus 9 yards on that drive. Eagles offense going nowhere in the second half. They've had the ball twice. 10:54 to play in the game. Ryan will get the punt off, and it will take a bounce and roll and stop.
Stopped it.
Just shy of the goal line. Oh, they're going to.
No, he
gave it to him at the 1.
Yeah, that was a good stop.
Great hustle by number 15, Nate Matthews, the sophomore. He's able to hit the ball as he dives into the end zone to keep the ball on this side of the goal line. And Houma Christian will get the ball at their own 1-yard line. And, man, is that going to be nerve-wracking with the shotgun and a wet football.
I tell you what, that pure hustle right there when you don't give up on something and be able to get down that ball at the 1-yard line, and that's huge.
You're trailing by 14 to nothing, and you now have to hang on to the football on a shotgun snap. And this defense should pin their ears back and get back in the backfield and drop them for a safety.
Oh,
that's a penalty.
We got, I think we're going to have a false start on Houma Christian, so we'll back them up about 1.5 feet.
Yep. Probably the back nose of the football is probably going to be resting right at the white line.
Well, and I think Houma Christian showed you what they're going to do. They're just going to snap it and try to get some yardage here. And quarterback, I don't even know if he'll hand it off. And one of those 2 guys in the backfield are getting the ball.
This is a play right here. The linebackers need to hit their gaps and make sure. They got him stacked up. That's going to be a safety.
That's a safety. I got it.
That's going to be a safety with the 10:33 mark, and that's going to be the whole defense. Let's see, Drake Aldridge probably the first to hit him, and the defense comes through and gets the safety to make it 16-0, and the Eagle offense will get the ball as Houma Christian will have to punt it away.
Were you able to see who got in there, Tom?
Drake Aldridge hit him first, but then everybody else was in on him. I think the only one that didn't make it in there, a couple of them, were the cornerbacks.
Well, Houma Christian showed what they were going to do on that play before. You're kind of limited back there, wet, muddy field, wet ball. Quarterback's just trying to get you a little bit of breathing room, but I think defensive linemen knew it, and they were pinning their ears back, like you said, and going after it.
So the Eagles will get their 3rd possession, and Houma Christian will have to kick it off or punt it from the 20-yard line, which means we get this ball, we'll be able to run it and gain some decent field position. We should be on the Houma Christian side of the field if we handle this correctly.
Last time we saw a safety was week 2 at Pineville, if you recall. They had a high snap, and we were able to get a safety on that game and started that game out 2-0, I believe.
Sure did. We calling it a baseball game because it stayed 2-0 for a long time. Yep. Here's the punt. They got it called by Gavin Hilton. Slips at the 45 to the 50 inside Houma Christian territory down to the 30 and out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. And what a great return by Gavin Hilton. Give him about 35 yards on the return.
Excellent return by Gavin. Guy had him back here around the 45 or so, and Gavin was able to break the tackle and break it out to the right side and pick up an additional 15, 20 yards on that.
Looks like they're going to mark it at the 27-yard line.
Yep.
So the Eagles lead it 16-0 now, which that was a big score because Houma Christian would have to get 2 touchdowns and two two-point conversions. Jake Vaughn gets to the outside, but, man, they've picked up some speed and are able to stretch that play out, whether it's Jake, Gavin, or Aiden Moran, and we're running it and only picking up a couple of yards because we can't cut it upfield.
Yeah, good job by the Houma Christian defense and staying at home and getting that field, that play stretched out to the side and limited us to a 2-yard gain.
See if, Aiden hadn't been in the game for a little while. You see him on the sideline at all?
Do not.
13. I've got Cooper Scott. They're not even playing him. They're keeping him fresh for defense.
Aiden's in the game. He's in the backfield. He's back there with Jake.
Okay. Trip receivers, we're going to have a timeout.
Yep.
Eagles are going to call a timeout. We'll take one ourselves. That's their first one of the second half. We have 9:31 to go in the game. The Eagles lead at 16-0. And if they can hang on, they're on their way to Shreveport. We'll talk about that when we come back. You're watching Menard Eagle football on 446 Sports.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
And we're back live in Alexandria, Louisiana. Welcome all our Houma fans if you've tuned in. And Menard's quarterback keeps it. And we've got flags all over the place, maybe a face mask on the attempted tackle. Rebels scored defensively. They trail now 57-0 with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Let's see what the call is. And they're saying it's going to be against personal foul face mask on Jake Vaughn. That'll give us 15 and a first down.
Well, we'll go half the distance from the end of the run, so we're at the 24, so they'll tack on. We'll be down to the 12, and it does result in a first down. Not sure why he's bringing it back to the line of scrimmage because you tack that on to the end of the run.
The white hat corrected him now?
Yep. So we'll get the ball. We'll have first and 10 from the 12-yard line.
So that will set Menard up in the Houma Christian red zone, the Red River red zone. Andrew with his thumb ready to push the button. He is right there with it, doing a great job with the Flexi School Board, the Wallace Eye Center Associate School Board, up to date with time and quarter, and we can get those timeouts going there. Did you know you had the timeouts? So Menard used one. But 16-0. Now Menard has used a second one, and we'll take a break as well. 9:20 to play. 16-0 Eagles. 9:20 left in the game. This is Menard Eagle football on 446 Sports. And we got 9:20 to go in the game, and the Eagles are in the Red River red zone of Houma Christian. Thank you, Red River Bank, for your second year of support of Menard Eagle football. First and 10, the Eagles picked it up with the face mask, and that was Aiden or let's see who. No, that was Matthew Hicks, number 17, that was coming in on the motion, took the pitch, and when he tried to make a cut, got nothing but mud in his shoes and slipped out, lost a yard.
Well, give it to him all year. We played on a dry field pretty much, and now kind of playing in this mud and slop and wet, slick field, probably using the same cleats they've used all year.
This drive started at the Houma Christian 27-yard line with a great return by Gavin Hilton. So Hilton has set him up. The ball on the ground as that snap must have hit the back end of the center, Jack Roy, and only made it about 3 yards. And heads-up play by Jake Vaughn to go cover it. Going to set up 3rd and 12 as they lose another yard. 8:15 and counting, 16-0 Eagles. They are in field goal range. It would be really interesting with this wet football to see Ryan Hicks attempt a field goal. He's running through his practice on the sideline.
We're going to have to hurry up. Play clock's at 10, and we're still in the huddle,
and
so
we only
may have to burn a timeout right here.
Well, we only have one left. So they're getting to the line, 2-1, and the snap is good. Jake's got it. Up the middle, jumps a defender. They're pushing him all the way down inside the 10, and he's still going to the 5. They're dragging him. Now that's going to be a penalty because you cannot drag
you can
a runner.
Push. You can push, but you cannot pull. So we're going to see aiding the runner, which is rarely called, but it was pretty obvious there at the end of that play. We had players pulling him.
That was Gage Ozer engaged in dragging him forward, and they were moving that football. So do you take it from where they say he started pulling?
Yes.
And mark it back?
Yep. You got aiding the runner right here, so they'll take it where they that's what they're discussing right now. Where they're going to mark that from.
Could be somewhere around the 2-yard line. That's a 10-yard penalty?
Yes.
So if it is, it would take it back to the 12. Which
is one of those ones you call about every 12 years as an official.
Well, that one was so obvious. You couldn't not call it. So that's That's
one of those ones you just don't see that often. But it was obvious right there, and it's actually
they're going to say it started at the 6.
The 6, yeah. So they're backing it up, to the 11.
Okay, so maybe they said they only marked that as a 5-yard penalty. Okay. Either that or they say it started at the 1.
Good news is we get to replay the down.
3rd down now and 10. They can get the first down at the 1. 7:35 left to play in the game. Eagles lead at 16-0. Plenty of time on the play clock. 57-7, Karen Crow over Pineville, and that is a final. Tioga leads L.W. Higgins 41-14. Jake Vaughn going to follow Aiden Moran, but they close the gap, and they're going to stuff him at the 10 in the center of the field, and Coach Perkins will send Ryan Hicks out. And we've got timeout called by the referee. 4th down. Not sure.
I think we got Houma Christian called a timeout.
Houma Christian did call the timeout. They now just pointed that direction. 7:03 to go. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the field goal try right after this. Eagles lead at 16-0. It's Menard Eagle football on 446 Sports.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Lock On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
We are back live with the field goal try, and Ryan Hicks has it pinpointed at about the 17-yard line, so it'll be a 27-yard field goal attempt. And the kick is up and blocked, and it is going to be no good. And the Eagles unable to put any points on the board on that offensive opportunity after the Eagle defense got the safety. and the 2 points. So a turnover on downs. And the Eagles started at the 27-yard line and got it down to about the 11. So we'll call it 16 yards. And Houma Christian will start at their own 11-yard line.
We got them deep, but you got to remember. No, it's like a punt, right? So it's a touchback. So bring it out to the 20. But Houma Christian's still only down 2 scores, so we had a chance to kind of maybe put the dagger in, and we weren't able to do it. But we'll see what our defense steps up and does here.
6:57 to play in the game, and they're going to have to pass the ball, and he's stepping up in the pocket, and throws the ball. It's a fluttering. Oh, they were going for the pick, Gavin Hilton was, and this number 13 is going to go all the way for the score as Jaden Williams is not going to be able to get him, and that is a touchdown. Joseph Landry, I believe, by Brady Marcel, and Jaden Williams is injured.
Well, Gavin saw the ball floating and initially went to it like he was going to intercept, and then realized, I think, at the last minute he wasn't going to be able to get that, and hit the receiver, just didn't wrap him up. Had the coverage on the play and read the play the whole way, just didn't wrap him up, and they had to spread out, and the receiver made a good run down the sideline and beat everybody to the end zone. And now, they're going to go for 2 here and try to make it a 1-score game.
Big play here. Eagles need to stop this. Of course, Houma Christian would have to score again and get another 2-point conversion.
I think they're going to hold this play till Jaden is able to get up and get back to the player's box. They're working on him on the 10-yard line there, out of bounds.
So Jaden was trailing the runner, number 13, Joseph Landry, and he engaged a blocker and actually drove the blocker down into the ground on top of him.
But it's almost like Jaden, right there, I saw a little hitch in his step, like maybe it was a hamstring or something right there at the end. I'm not sure. I don't know if it was the contact with the offensive player or if something might have happened right before, but it's like a little hitch in his step.
It's his right leg. He can't put any pressure on it right now, and they're having to help him off the field. Two folks. He's dragging that right leg, so we'll see. And the pass for the 2-point conversion, he's going to try to run it. He's in. And they get the 2-point conversion, and we got a ball game, folks. That's an 80-yard touchdown pass from Marcel to number 13, Joseph Landry, and the 2-point conversion with 6:41 to go in the game. And we're a touchdown and a 2-point conversion away from a tie ball game here. I'm sure, catching the Eagles off guard, they, almost as if they were kind of lulled themselves, asleep a little bit.
Well, big play, and we talked about it. You look back at the Oakdale game and the scores they had, it was just one big play, and that play is an 80-yard touchdown. And, again, Gavin had a shot at it. He read the play and right at the last minute realized he wasn't going to make the interception and hit the receiver, just didn't wrap him up. And then you got a receiver running deep in your secondary all alone and a bunch of wide receivers downfield.
The other thing you have to worry about, too, for the Eagles, they have their hands team out there. Ball is wet. If they go for the onside kick, Houma Christian, if I'm them, I don't know that I'm doing that. I may be trying to get the ball on the ground over that second line and let it scoot down there and try to tackle Gavin or whoever else is over there with him, back there. Usually Maddox Shelton.
Well, the kicker's got it teed up like he's going to go deep with it, but, you never know.
The Eagles have used 2 of their 3 timeouts. I'm sure they didn't think they were going to be in this position. So here's the kick. It is going to be an onside kick, and they attack it.
Run it. What? Why are we blowing the play dead? Was it an offsides? We got an offsides on the kicking team. Oh, my gosh, because that would have been 6 points going our way had they not been offsides.
Well, you may see Houma Christian rethink that. Was that T-Sam that caught it?
I don't know. I can't, with the muddy numbers on the far side, I can't see if that was Sam Bricata or somebody else there on the hands team. But he came up and corralled it perfectly and had a straight shot, 40 yards to the end zone, but it was blown dead. And the reason being is the kicking team was offside, so they're going to back them up 5 yards and have another shot. And actually, that favors Houma Christian, unfortunately, on this penalty.
De La Salle, a 42-0 winner over Buckeye tonight. That final in from Scott Mills, the play-by-play fella, for he and Kim do the call for Buckeye. 42-0, the Panthers go down to De La Salle. But what a year they had.
See if this one comes the other way, back to the near side here with the onside kick.
6:41 to go in the game, 16-8 your score, and Houma Christian will do the same. No, they'll pooch it, and it's going to be hauled in at about the 34-yard line, coming near side. Come on, turn it up. Turn up. Gavin Hilton trying to cut it up. He breaks one. Got another man down to the 45-yard line, and another penalty.
The referee is going to call a blindside block here on the outside edge, which I saw the block, and I would say it's weak. It definitely wasn't a block in the back. And he's going to call a blindside back here at the 41, 42-yard line, which, man, one of those you want to watch on film because he didn't blow the guy up at all. And the guy saw it coming.
So we'll see where they end up.
And if he calls
marking the ball,
he's going to call a block. Is he going to call a block in the back? Because it was not in the back. It was not a block in the back. Calling a hold? He called a hold out here on the edge?
Huh.
No. I mean, it had to be a block. He's got to be calling a block in the back. It wasn't a block in the back. I could see a blind side. The guy saw it coming. It was clearly from the side. It was not in the back. If you even call it a blind side, it's a weak block. A weak call.
Well, they're taking the ball.
Because he's calling a block in the back and giving a 10-yard penalty. Had it been a blindside block, it would have been 15 yards. That's one of those ones you want to watch on film and you go, yeah, I probably should have kept that one in my pocket.
Menard, 31-yard line after a great return by Gavin Hilton. Eagles find themselves a little bit pressured right now with 6:32 to play in the game. They have a slim 8-point lead, and Jake Vaughn needs to hang on to it. And he's going to pick up, 5 yards or so. They'll mark it at the 36, and it'll be 2nd down and 5. We just need to put several first downs together. But the big thing is hang on to the ball. The problem is we really hadn't been able to put a whole lot of first downs together in this second half. We had 26 yards on the first drive, -9 on the second drive, 16 on the third. So that's not much, folks. That's 42 minus 9. 33 yards of offense in the second half after having 107 in the first. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Drake Aldridge is just off the right tackle. They're going to try to follow him. And Jake Vaughn's got the first down outside the 45 to the 46-yard lines, and a big 10-yard run by Jake Vaughn and breaking some tackles.
Tell you what, Jake, he got by the ends are crashing down there, and once he got by them and got by that defensive line and got into the linebackers, it was kind of clear, a lot more clear running for him. I mean, Houma Christian's been stopping the run a lot with their defensive ends crashing in, coming unblocked, but they weren't able to get him on that one. He got to the second level and got good yardage.
Cannot have any more penalties on this offense. We've been shooting ourselves in the foot and certainly did so on the last drive. 5-10 counting, 10 seconds on the play clock. Hopefully they'll run it all the way down to about 1 before they snap it. Use every second they can to shorten this game, and the blitz is through, and number 4, Calais, has it. And he was 5 yards deep when Jake got the ball.
Yeah.
Swung him around, and they'll mark it.
Well, he came in unblocked. I mean, he was right there in the backfield, and Jake read it quick, and kept the ball and just couldn't do anything with it. And Gage Ozier has to come out. He lost his helmet on that, so we got to replace Gage for this down.
That's a loss of 3 on the play. So that brings in Lane Evans, number 69. He'll move to center, and they'll move Jack Roy. No, they'll keep Jack Roy at center and just replace Oser with Lane. They got Drake over off the left tackle, and the handoff is to Cooper Scott, and they're standing him up. You don't see that very often. That's going to be no gain, and it'll be 3rd and 13 for the Eagles.
Looks like Houma Christian is going to burn a timeout here to try to force this 3rd and long.
48-14 Tioga over LW Wiggins in the fourth quarter.
Higgins.
Yeah, I like Wiggins. Tim Conway's Mrs. Wiggins. Showing my age. LW Higgins. That should be LH Wiggins.
We got a problem. The game clock went to 0 somehow, but it's back on. And I'm assuming, I didn't see the referee signal, but I'm assuming we've got a Houma Christian timeout.
More rain coming down, and Jeffrey's doing a great job out there with his raincoat on. And I got to hand it to my emergency poncho. At least I can say that now. I don't think my camera's wet. Jeffrey, make sure that my camera's still dry. Everything's dry under there. We got it tied down, but just underneath. So hopefully it's holding. Want to thank a lot of our sponsors. You know, we didn't get to talk a little bit about polos and plaids when we opened the show. Most of us have our uniforms covered, but Michelle LaCour over on Metro Drive, polos and plaids. She's got sparkly outfits like the dance line. She's got plaids for your elementary schools uniforms, and then fishing shirts like the ones that we have. She made for every one of our play-by-play teams. And this is Jake Vaughn. They got movement, but they didn't cross over. They're going to blitz that linebacker again. 3rd and 13. Jake's going to the far side of the field, and, boy, we're going to lose even more yards down to the 40. Houma Christian is inspired right now. They seem like the team that says, hey, we got a chance, only down by 8 with 3:50 to play in the game. And we're going to have a really good snap and a really good punt by Ryan Hicks and play a little defense. Eagles went backwards on that drive down to their 41-yard line. They'll actually end up with 10 yards of offense. But that was after getting the first down and then losing yards.
Yeah, big punt coming up here.
So Matthew Hicks, the center, the deep snapper, to his brother Ryan. And we'll see here the snap down to 1 second. The snap is really good. Ryan's just hanging on to it. He's going to keep it. He may have a first down. Ryan Hicks with a first down. What a play. And he did that on his own. Ryan Hicks with a 15-yard run that was really more like 25. And he's out of bounds at the Menard 43 or 44-yard line, just enough to get the first down.
He needed the 45, and he got the 44.
Wow. That might have just put the game away. Houma Christian only has 2 timeouts. They didn't anticipate that at all, and Ryan's got some speed. We have seen him kick it off or punt and go down and actually make a tackle. In fact, I think he caught the wide receiver or the gunner off guard. He was turning around looking like, what's going on?
You know, I was told by the coaches earlier this year, Ryan Hicks is the fastest player on the Menard team. He showed it right there.
Also is a really good bowler on the Holy Rollers team. He had a 300. Oh, Cooper Scott hangs on to the ball. It was a high snap. Cooper's had, that snap was high, but he's had a couple of downs where he's not been able to handle that snap. And that was on 2 of them were on 4th downs, and the ball was on the ground, and we turned it over on downs. 2:44 and counting, 16-8. The Eagles lead it by a touchdown and 2-point conversion, or a safety and a touchdown without the extra point, which is how we got our 15th and 16th point was a safety. Big defensive play. Defense been all over it. Hey, we got to pick a Southern Air play of the game, and as it is right now, that second down run may be good for a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 9 with under 2 minutes, and we got a timeout.
Yep. Houma Christian is going to burn another timeout.
That's their last timeout by my count for Houma Christian. They're setting the ball.
Or the clock went to 0 again. Not sure. Went to 2:10, but is it running?
Not yet. They reset.
Somebody's got a timeout called, I'm assuming.
Well,
otherwise the clock needs to run. And
David's trying to figure out why do we have a clock stoppage, and nobody's talking to him.
We got a foul. There's a foul on the play.
Oh my gosh!
What did he signal?
Really?
Well, I don't even know what the signal was. Illegal shift or illegal motion. So
wow!
That stopped it, but they didn't shut it down. And the illegal shift, so they'll let the play develop.
And so it'll be second down still.
Yeah.
They put 2:11 back on the clock.
Right.
The score is still the same, 16-8. 2:11 left to play in the game.
Yeah, the clock's going to roll though with a 25-second clock, so we need to realize that.
Hadn't started yet. There it goes.
Needs to be rolling.
It's
It
rolling
should have been
now.
rolling with the 25 because we're not under 2 minutes to go.
15 seconds on the play clock, 2:01, and now under 2 minutes to play. They're letting it go at least below 10 seconds. Waiting on the snap. Boy, they got him in line. The snap goes to Cooper Scott. He's up the middle,
There he
breaking
goes.
tackle. That's going to be a touchdown. Come on, outrun. Don't look backwards.
Don't get the
He's
foul.
toying with him. Touchdown. Cooper Scott, 50-yard run, and that will put the game out of reach.
Yep.
22-8, and we have the extra point coming up at 1:44 to play. He broke through, and once he got past the second line with the linebackers, he was
over.
gone.
Yep. They're stacking the line. They've been doing it all half, and once we reached that linebacker level, it was Katie bar the door. And I tell you, I know Cooper's fired up and was looking back at him. We're lucky we didn't have a flag on that play, but we got the touchdown, and that may have done it.
Cooper Scott, 2 touchdowns on the night. 50-yard TD run to put the game out of play. Look, I was sitting there going, wait, that's not the 5th drive. Ryan Hicks fooled me. Extra point is good for a 23-8 lead. 7 more on the board for the Eagles. 1:44 to play in the game, 23-8, and I think we might have our cool play of the game. I was leaning toward when we were on the punt.
I don't know.
I was leaning toward the safety.
We still got some good ones. I got 5 of them written down.
Well, I was leaning toward the safety with the 2-point.
Well, that's one of
difference.
How about the play before the safety? A down ball at the 1-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
How about the Ryan Hicks fake
my
punt
gosh.
for the first down? How about the 45-yard pick six for the first touchdown? We I don't know.
Well, that one's kind of gone for me. We're
pretty
sitting
key
there.
play though, right?
It was. It gave us the momentum. I got to say, though, you're right. That Ryan Hicks fake punt, to me, that's the one I'm going with.
We got some good ones to talk about here over the next few minutes, but
we
got a minute
44
and need the Eagles come up with a good stop and go ahead and finish this game off.
Ryan Hicks could have the Quibido's player of the we can't name that.
He touched it.
He did touch it, and it's going down in the end zone.
Yep, it's touchback.
And the ball come out to the 20.
Well, they got lucky on that. Had that ball stopped at the 1-yard line, that might have been trouble.
Well, he would have had to either just lay on it, and we're looking at a possible safety again, or try to make something happen. Eagles will have to watch out, man. They burned us on an 80-yard touchdown pass on their last
Well, look, they're desperate
drive.
right now. They're going to do it again. Secondary's got to realize that this play, and look, if they catch the ball, just wrap them up. Wrap them up, keep them in front of you. If they want 10, 15 yards, go ahead and give it to them, but you can't let them get behind you and can't let them outrun you.
I believe they still have a timeout because it was a penalty. Number 16 coming in the game for the Eagles. That's Wyatt Latherwood-Hayward coming in. Here's quarterback's going to be hit, and he gets out of it. Marcel throwing it over the middle. Oh, that could be a penalty, and it will be. Was that Harwood that just came into the game?
I'm not sure, but
it was.
They're going to get him for DPI, and he might have been
He was a half a second early.
But you know what? I like it because he wasn't going to let the guy run on him, right?
Yeah.
He went for the tackle. He didn't go for the ball. He was going to make the for sure tackle. He wrapped him up. Just it was a split second early.
Take that play all day long, at least all 1 minute and 44 seconds. There's a minute and 30 left in the game. The Eagles lead it 23-8 on a great 50-yard run by Cooper Scott.
Oh, we got an unsportsmanlike against Houma Christian. So we're going to bring it back. So do we have a dead ball unsportsmanlike on Houma Christian? I'm not sure what he called. We know we got DPI on the defense. And if it's a dead ball, they'll move it and then they'll back the sticks up 15 and it'll be first and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Well, we can safely say with 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the game, the Eagles lead at 23-8, that we will see another ball game next week. The Eagles will get their first home playoff game victory in nearly 13 or 14 years, and they will have excited this crowd. They've excited the school the way this football team has been playing all year long. They're going to move to 8-3 on the year, and more importantly, 1-0 in the third portion of the season, the playoffs. So we will see another game. We will be live next Friday, and we'll be live from, well, I'm assuming, we will be because Calvary is off this week.
Yep.
They have the bye. They're the number 2 seed in non-select Division 3, which is, select Division 3 where we are. And we have the number 2 seed, the winner of this game. So we will go to Calvary Baptist Church, and they have a wonderful stadium. It's beautiful. So Eagle fans, plan to make the trip up to Shreveport. And if you have family or friends that live out of state, or Tiger alumni, Tiger, thinking of tomorrow, Eagle alumni, let them know to tune in to YouTube and Facebook next week. 446 Sports, Menard. All you got to do is do that search. And on the platforms of YouTube or Facebook, you can watch us live as you're doing right now. 23-8, 1:30 to go. And we will have another Eagles Nest Coaches Show live from Wildwood Pizza. One more week of that. We live from game to game now. Our play-by-play fun this year and Coaches Show this year is a win and go on or lose and wait till next year.
Not sure why the referee's taking so long to blow this one in.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know the Houma Christian coaches were questioning it, but come on, you got to tell them what it is and let's go.
He was waiting for me to finish. The ball's on the ground. Marcel's got it, and he's being chased by Dusang and going to be hit and my goodness, Dusang finished him off. And was that T-Sam out there?
I think it was.
I think it's number 20, and he's like, you know what? I had him, and then all of a sudden I had 2 people laying on top of me. 1:08 to play in the game, and that was a big loss as Bracata did a nice job out there of stopping the quarterback, but I don't think he saw Dusang coming.
Well, the great thing about that is a sack, and you keep the clock running. It doesn't stop for an incomplete pass.
Under a minute to play in the game. Yeah, Nick Magnano giving us a shout-out. Menard's fake punt took some guts. I don't think that was a call. I think that was just the ball was on the ground, scooped up, run out to the 20-yard line, and that may be the last play of the game. Maybe they'll do one more, but David Perkins is going to get his first win playoff victory of his career in his first season as head coach of the Menard Eagles.
And you remember back earlier when we were talking about Ryan Hicks on the fake punt. If you remember, I think it was Glen Oaks or Oakdale. I'm not sure which one it was. Ryan took a long delay before he kicked that. And that's going to do it.
There it is. And the Houma Christian Warriors will not run another play. 1-0. And your Menard Eagles are victorious in playoff game number 1 of this 2023 season. The first home game victory in 13 or 14 years. So setting a new, a new history for this football program. And the Eagles will live another week, and they will travel to Calvary in Shreveport to take on that Calvary team, the number 2 seed in Division 3 select football. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back right after these messages.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
And we're back live in Holy Savior Menard Central High School in Alexandria, Louisiana. You can hear the phone. Andrew Beeman is out on about the 30-yard line, and we'll send him a text. We want to start out with our Southern Air cool play of the game. First of all, thank you for joining in tonight and staying with us the whole time, or just being with us here at the end. The Eagles win it 23-8. They win their first home game in a long time in the playoffs, and they will be moving on next week to take on Calvary up in Shreveport. 23-8 over the Houma Christian Warriors, who scored a touchdown late in the fourth to make this a game, but Cooper Scott's 50-yard touchdown run put it out of reach at 23-8. And we need to name our Southern Air cool play of the game. And, John, tell us, you were saying there's about five plays.
You had the 45-yard pick six by Cooper Scott in the first.
That started the scoring.
Yeah, I mean, first touchdown. Then we had Nate Matthews down in the ball at the 1-yard line to set up a safety on the ensuing drive. But how about Ryan Hicks on the fake punt, 4th down, 15-plus yards to go, and he runs it for the first down. I think that is the Southern Air cool play of the game, is Ryan Hicks on the fake punt to keep Menard alive there on that offensive drive.
Well, and after that, you had Cooper Scott going 50 yards for the touchdown.
Set it up.
I am with you, because I had already marked it down as they only gained 10 yards on the drive but had lost about 9 yards, to cause the punt. I had the series over, and then we've seen them do that before, hang on to the football and kind of just run a little bit to the front line and then kick it. Only this time he read it perfectly and saw that the defense wasn't even looking at him, and he saw a clear path on the far side of the field and ran it and got out with a yard to spare and had the first down. So I agree with you. Our Southern Air cool play of the game, and you'll see that highlight Sunday night during the Coach Speak show at 5 o'clock Sunday night, as we do the show live from Quibido's. They're open till 3 p.m. in the afternoon on Sunday, and then they turn the restaurant over to us, and we're thankful for Quibido's for being the sponsor of the Coach Speak show and the cool play of the game. We see David Perkins coming up, and you see him on your screen as Andrew Beeman is standing by live with head coach David Perkins. Congratulations, David. I should say the first playoff victorious head coach in like 14 years.
It's been a while, man. But, man, this is big for our community and for our football team. We built the foundation. We're going to continue to work this year. Hopefully we got a few games left. Obviously we got one left. But these seniors have built this foundation, man. You can see the results of it, man, and we roll it. And we are proud of this team.
Yeah, David. I mean, this team had to put up with a lot. I mean, wet field, wet football, had some turnovers, but, man, they came through when they needed to, huh?
Absolutely. Our guys are disciplined. They play disciplined. They do what we ask them to do. The coaches are doing a great job. We game plan, every week, and our guys just put the game plan to work, and they just make our coaches look good, man, and we just can't be more proud.
Andrew might have a couple of questions for you, and then I think John and I have it at 1 or 2 left.
Yeah, I got one question for you, Coach. It was really raining today, and I saw there's a bunch of missed, fumbles and missed picks and stuff like that. So, talk about that. How was this first rainy game like?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. We really don't mind playing in the rain. We, as you know, we like to run the ball. You know, they like to throw the ball. You saw the result of that. They got the one big play. You know, we made a little mistake on that. But, heck, man, let's all get together next week and pray for a lot of rain in Shreveport, baby.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So, David, hey, real quick, our Southern Air cool play of the game is going to be the fake punt by Ryan Hicks. To me, it didn't look like that play was called. It was like he read that himself and took off. Is that what happened?
I hate to take credit for that, but that special teams coach is a pretty good coach right there, and he dialed that one up.
Oh, that is nice.
That would be the head coach.
that is great, man. He read that one and played it off just right, and he got it by a yard. And Cooper Scott, another huge night, David.
Absolutely, you know, and it was a big play by Ryan. He is our fastest guy on our team. He can run 4.5. If they just give him, and we talked about this, I told him, I go, look, if they just crash, you can get that first down, man. And Cooper Scott, man, just what a season he's had. And, you know, he's our leader on our team. He's the leader of the defense, but he also runs the ball. And a great game by him and 2 big touchdowns, man, offensively and defensively. And, man, I couldn't be prouder of that kid.
Hey, thank you so much, David. You're always kind with your time, both before and after the game. And what a pleasure not only to call with you last year, but to watch you on the sidelines. And what a year. We got another one, baby, next week.
Absolutely, baby. We love it, and go Eagles.
Go Eagles. All right, buddy. Have a great weekend and a wonderful week. All right, but tune in Wednesday night. David will be back with me and Tom Scully and all the fans at Wildwood Pizza as we have another coaches show, and our interns have another opportunity to do an interview. And by the way, we tried to play that basketball interview for anybody who's tuning in, either post game or are still on with us right now. We will try to rerun that in the pregame next week because we have a softball interview on for the halftime next weekend. So we're going to try to get that interview back in, and if the boys don't have one, we'll run it again at Wildwood Pizza. But we'll try to figure out what was wrong with it, why it wouldn't run. We're gonna close out right here. There's no need to go to a commercial break and come back. We need to get my camera out of the rain and get Jeffrey out of the rain. John, final words on this home game and this victorious game.
Well, look, you know, the rain helped, and you heard Coach Perkins talk about it with the rain and played into the hands of Menard. And look, Menard played pretty much mistake-free football other than one big play on defense, giving up that long pass. You know, we had a couple fouls here and there, bobbled the ball, but, hey, Houma Christian bobbled the ball. We took advantage of it. Menard played what they played like they played all year. I mean, we led the scoring off with a defensive touchdown, rode the defense. Defense basically shut them out other than one big play. And Menard played sound football, and they get the win.
So we have 23 points on the board, and 8 of them came from the defense, you know, because Cooper Scott intercepted the ball, ran it back 45 yards for the touchdown, and then we had the safety in the fourth quarter to make it 16-0 at the time.
Well, and I look at my cool play of the game. I got 5 plays written down. I haven't had 5 plays all year.
I know.
You know, and it's like, which one do you pick, right? Until the Ryan Hicks fake punt, I go Nate Matthews down in that ball at the 1-yard line to set up the safety. I mean, my gosh, we had some really big plays, key plays. Menard came up big when they needed to, made the plays. And, they're victorious.
Should have asked Coach about that as well, post-game. But we'll talk about that in the highlights of our Wildwood Pizza Eagles Nest Coaches Show. Again, 7 p.m. out at Wildwood Pizza. We are live on Wednesday nights. Come out and join us. And then we'll also be live at the Coach Speak Show on Sunday night at 5 p.m. from Quibido's. And just a great – actually, I think it's 6 p.m. At Quibido's. I don't remember now.
I don't know.
But you'll sign up and subscribe to YouTube, and you'll get a notification.
And if not, go back and watch it.
That's right. So we've got for Andrew Beeman and Jeffrey Owens, John Wolf, I'm Tom Boucher. Thanks so much for joining us all year long. Eagles home game playoff victorious 23-8. Have a blessed weekend. God bless. Go Tigers and go Eagles.